And we are live! Hello everyone! Hope everyone's having an amazing week so far, and that's continuing on from last time we spoke on last Wednesday to now. Hope you're all having a fantastic, hope you all had a great weekend. We certainly did. We ended up doing markets back to back, which was fun. We did enjoy that. So, welcome to Wednesday. Oh, sorry, I thought it was Friday for a second. Welcome to Wednesday's free psychic energy readings that we do every Wednesday, live here on Facebook at 7 o'clock. Rules are simple, same as all. I would like you to just put your name down so I know that. Just go put your name under your name specifically. Let me know if you'd like a reading, and then I'll call on you hopefully when I get to you. And after that, I'll ask you for consent, and then I would like you to reply to me with a yes, or yes absolutely. As long as I've got an idea of where you want, I'm just going to quickly swap out our Wi-Fi. I if things drop for. Alright, and we're back for a second. I don't know if anybody saw a pause or anything on that. Alright, so let's start with energy specifically. What is the first energies I'm picking up on? I'm picking up on something or someone who's a very carefree energy. Like it feels like they're very happy-go-lucky. This person is specifically quite reckless with how they like to run things. When it comes to skills and obstacles, they don't utilise it to the best of their abilities, especially with the King of Swords in reverse. Let me know if the music's too loud. This person tends to almost prefers running off with the pixies and fairies, I guess in that sort of saying, than maybe dealing with a lot of stuff that's faced before them. They like to shelf a lot of their emotions specifically with this card. This person specifically likes to not deal with their emotions. I do believe that they have the capacity to. I just think they have a lot of blocks and barriers at the same time. Definitely feel this person has a very younger mindset with a lot of things, especially without money. I think they'll value towards. They have a very childlike mindset specifically. They like to look at things from a wealth standpoint, like if it's worth anything, than whether or not it brings them joy. Because they undervalue a lot of things. This person, I got the Patience card reversed. Now, I do change my interpretation on the cards. I'll go for what cards I'm using after this one. This person lacks a lot of patience. They want everything to be in like a gimme standpoint, they just want everything up front to them. And it feels like they don't have a lot of mentality of wanting to work for it. I think that's all I'm picking up on that energy specifically. So I'll pack that up real quick and I'll just talk about what cards I am using today. So I am using the Wade Rider Smith deck right here. So I use these ones because of all the really pretty symbolism and pictures in them. I find that when I work a lot, especially when I do a lot more energy and intuitive base, I do find the symbolism and there are specific things I'm drawn to in the cards when I'm reading for other people and for myself. I am using the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. I'm using from this deck right here. And so this is what these cards look like. Each card has pictures. I like these cards because the person who, Sandra Ann Taylor, who made them, sorry I didn't mean to rub my eyes, that was really inappropriate. When they made these cards, They made them so you can read them upright and reverse, which I think works really well because that's something I do personally a lot with tarot. And I also brought out To Ask Your Guides by Sonia. I am not going to attempt to butcher that name, and I do apologise, because I'm paranoid I'd butcher that horrifically. From this deck right here, these cards are really pretty. They show us what kind of guides might be wanting to work with you. Right here, each one is set into different sections, so there's all ones for different types of areas to look into. Alright, let's see if there's another energy I can pick up on. I do apologize if people have joined the live and I haven't seen it yet. I know that sometimes our connection is really slow. So this person is someone who's very in their own energy. They have a lot of confidence with who they are, and they're very driven to do what they want to do. They do overprotect themselves a little bit with how they present themselves, but overall they feel like they're very young masculinity, so they're very direct but highly impulsive at the same time. Your next card I just drawn for that is the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is all about choices, but these choices... Put another card for that. Okay, around self. These choices specifically feel drawn to self-identity problems, but I would say on an ego level specifically. The Six of Wands is all about self-victory, in a sense. It's wanting people to see their worth and other things. I would say with these choices, one of them is that they're all about self-identity and things that make us us. But it looks like it's specifically drawn to. Feels like it's more of a conscious and subconscious level. I think it's calling for a lot of balance with this person. I feel like there's this need and call for a balance moving into their lives. I've got walking away. I feel this card specifically does depict someone's leaving, but also looking back. I think, to me, I'm feeling very drawn to taking steps away from things that no longer serve you, and reevaluating a lot of things, and letting your ego take a step back and looking at things from a different perspective. There is a part that's saying that there's a lot to do with things we hold a lot of value towards, and specifically, I'm going to leave that there. I don't know what kind of train of thought it's trying to take me on. This person needs to work out what their priorities are. What things do they want to value, what things they want to let go of. Then specifically, they have a lot of master teachers is what this card's about. So it's about people who are there to teach you a lesson, and they are trying to help assist with the situation at hand, but I think their priorities need to be reevaluated because I don't think they're utilising them properly. So I was just checking that. T. Alright, so let's see. What else can I bring up? Oh, I can actually do that. I do apologise to everyone, last Friday. We were meant to be running a short life course on a specific subject, and we had a lot of technical difficulties with that, so I do apologise. An email has been sent out to the people that were on it, So you should get that email. If it isn't out yet, you'll get it soon, but I think it was sent out earlier today. So that's one thing. Oh, here's another thing. We are in West Hall again. Oh, sorry, I was picking up my cards. They were out of screen. We are at West Hall again on the 17th of June, and we will be looking into pretty much just a little bit into the major arcana and the Fool's Journey. Fool's Journey is a fascinating subject. In tarot, I'll bring it up just a tiny bit, a little snippet for people. When you think about tarot, when we think of the major arcanas, there's one way to look at it, and it's called the Fool's Journey. The Fool's Journey is all about how the Fool card gets to the World card, and each card represents a lesson and something to overcome. And what's interesting about the Fool's Journey is that you could do a Fool's Journey once a month to see how well you're progressing in this specific mission. And it isn't a be-all or end-all sort of reading in tarot, because the Fool's meant to represent us. We start new things, we're a bit impulsive and reckless, and then over time we learn experience, we get to completion, and then we start something new. And so that's a lot what the Fool Journey looks into. Another part we'll look into is more grounding. Now, last time I spoke about grounding in a practitioner sense, so this one I want to talk about more about grounding on you specifically, how to get yourself to feel protected and aligned, things that we can do to that can help us feel grounded and protected, and much more. We'll have other fun things to do. We'll probably do a few more meditations like we did last time. All different fun stuff. It'd be a fun day to just meet a lot of like-minded people in the community and just have fun. So I'm not feeling very crush hot today again. But then again, I've been suffering from migraines most of the day, so I do apologise on that. I am feeling better from the last reading though, so I do want to bring that up though. I actually think it's a fascinating subject. So, I read energies, and that is like, oh, sorry, I'm repeating myself. I read energies, and all of a sudden, when you don't feel very well when you do readings with cards, and you hear very mixed readings, and that was one thing that was happening. But another thing was that I was getting a lot of, and I was picking up on other people's energies, but how do I describe this? I would say they were with energies of people that have passed on. I'm a psychic medium, it's one of the things I do, so I do talk to spirits, it's one of the things I offer into. I'll probably end up doing a communication. Apart from being a psychic medium, I channel with a lot of different beings and entities from all different points in time, dimensions and stuff like that. It's one of my fun things I do. And all of a sudden, last reading, I was getting all these court cards, the court cards, which is, your kings, your queens, your knights and aces, and I was just getting them one after the other, and it felt like they were all individual people, and it was very chaotic, so that's why I had to cut that live short, so I do apologise on that specifically. Oh, sorry. Let's see if I can get another reading. Oh, absolutely. Okay, Courtney. Welcome. I'll see if I can feel any messages for you. Okay, you've got a few. I'll start with these two, and then I'll pull more that are along the way. So the first card I got was the 10 of Wands. Ooh, okay. Okay. So just before I quickly restart that, I'll go over a quick rogue rogue ethics I have. I don't perceive to tell what the future holds. I do read on an energetic level. So to answer your question, you need to know what the next 2 months will be, and it's been rough for me and my family. I can look at the energies that are around that certain area. Yes. Hello. That certain area, but I can't predict what's going to happen within 2 months. We all have free will, and things that I can say can change at any given moment in time, specifically on how things happen around you and how you choose to deal with those situations. But if you're okay with that, I'm more than happy to read into your energy, so just let me know. Hello Rebecca, welcome to the reading. Would you like me to still read? Just pull some cards out. Awesome. Okay. Alright, so for you, Courtney, I've got 3 cards in front of me so far, so I'll show you what those are. So I read both up reverses and uprights. For me personally, it just means that it's sort of like a different meaning. We have the 2 of Pentacles reversed. We have the 10 of Pentacles reversed, but we have the High Priestess in upright. Now, this makes a lot of sense because this focuses on a few different aspects. One of them holds a lot to do with value, things you have value to. Now, one of those definitely feels like it's family, because it's something that you have a lot of focus on, especially with the question that you asked. Is it something financial that's happening that makes you worried? Apart from that, though, you've got the High Priestess in upright, which has a lot to do with psychic abilities and trusting your intuition and stuff like that. But it's also a big call for balance. I have this feeling that there's this crave for balance. Okay. However, it's with the things that brought up with the fact that there are a bit of worries on a few things. You do have the Ace of Pentacles here. And the Ace of Pentacles in upright has a lot to do with joy and new things starting, but especially to new things that you ought to value towards. Now, I may have missed where the bad part came in. I just looked up, my bad. But things are kind of... Okay, yeah. You do, however, have... Yeah. But even though there is this calling for this balance, but there's also this calling for you to trust your intuition a lot more. And just let go of things that are no longer serving. But you have this time of new beginnings and new growth coming in. And this is specifically dealing with things you have a lot of value towards. You do have a big thing on choices, though. Are your choices involving something to do with money? You also have the Hanged Man, which looks a lot into looking at things from new perspectives. I think there is coming up, there's going to be this big point of reevaluating with a lot of things that are around you. And this is going to bring up two choices, and these choices are going to be a bit of a rough-ish, my kids. Okay, yep, okay, that checks out. That probably explains why there's like so many different aspects to it. Okay. Things are changing in your favour though, with the Ace of Pentacles, and that tends to mean that there are a lot of things moving in your favour that are coming up very soon. You have choices coming up. Yeah. You have two choices coming up, and these two choices are going to be a bit difficult, especially with the, I don't know if you can see the boats in the background, but the boats tend to be journeys, mean journeys and travel, and the water is very rickety behind it, so that means that even though there's this big crave for balance, and it's like that it feels like it's very, almost like on a subconscious level, it's something that screams for this balance and this evenness. There are choices that need to be made, and it's reminding you that while these choices are important, it's telling you to look in different perspectives. Maybe what the answer you're looking for isn't in plain sight, and it's going to be in an area you least expect it. Okay, you got the contract card and upright, so I think that looks into a tiny bit of the legal area, but I think it's telling you that a lot of things are going to play out for you very well. Ace of Pentacles, again. So, you got the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Both of those lean into the fact that things are moving in your favour, and things are going to be changing in the directions that you want them to go. Aces have a lot to do with the higher powers, letting you know that they're moving the balls to your court. And they're letting you know that they see the value in the things that you hold a lot of value towards, and they're going to help you in the best way they can to help assist with a lot of the problems that are around you specifically, and they're willing to do whatever they physically can to help assist. So you got to ask your guide cards. Now, I say guide cards are cards that can help us remind us about the other beings that hang around us. You've got the Divine Mother, which is new life, which looks into your new beginnings. And you also have the Divine Goddess, which is pleasure. Now, I feel both these cards almost go very hand in hand, and I feel like it's specifically drawn to the fact that you have a lot of great things happening in coming up very soon, and it is very hard at the moment, but they're reminding you that so much goodness is coming out of this. It just is a bit hard to see it over everything that's happening at the moment. Also, there's a time of communication between two people and it feels like this is very directed to home life specifically. Now, this is going to be a balance in communication as well, and it's reminding you to keep yourself balanced and try not to get overwhelmed. coming up, you have the celebration card, and the celebration card is all about community. Community, like-mindedness, and our cups always being full with abundanceness. With that specifically, the overall meaning, I'd say even though there is a very strong rough patch at the moment, you have a lot of good things coming out of this, and you have so many things that are moving in your favour at the moment, in your ballpark, I guess would be another way to say this. And things are moving in the directions that you would want them to go. It may be rough at the moment, but it is reminding you to look at things from a different perspective. And that things are going to work out, maybe not the way you predicted to. Hello. Just keep yourself with an understanding. I'm going to cut your reading there, Courtney. It feels like there's a lot of different aspects. Honestly, I think you just need to take a step back from certain situations and just let go of things that are no longer serving you. I feel there is a lot of different things going on at the moment, and I think you just need to remember that you have a lot of good things happening at the moment that are moving in. And I think just focus more on that than the other stuff that's happening around you. Was there anybody else in the chat so far who... Hello, Nicole. It's lovely to see you. Or I guess see your words from you. I should work out a saying with that. See you, hear from you. Nice to text from you? No. Maybe. So, let's see. Brought up West Hall. That was one of the things I needed to talk about. Oh, that's okay. Awesome. Yeah, so I keep my lives up on the page once they're ended, so you'll be able to rewatch it and see information that was there. Sometimes it's good to rewatch it because there might have been pieces. I think I nearly said the wrong one. There may have been pieces you may have missed. But yeah, if you want a more in-depth reading, feel free to message me. We do have prices for that though. We're not expensive, or at least I don't think we are. And I'm more than happy to look more in depth on your situation. Yeah, it is actually nice to see you there. Welcome to the live, Nicole. More than welcomed if you want to pop your name down for a reading. If not, all good. Hope everything's doing well with your family. Thank you, and you too, you also have a blessed day. I do apologise about the connection. I do hope it's better. Believe it or not, it has been so much worse than this. Anyhow, I'm losing off topic. I was talking about West Hall. West Hall specifically. Now, we do have it from 9... No. Yeah. So it starts at 9:30 and ends at 11:30, I believe, from paperwork. But after that, if you would like any reading specifically, or you want to be more one-on-one about our courses that we run, you're more than welcome to pop in and say hi. We will be there until 2 after that. But I guess that purely depends on the day overall. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. There we go. Don't know if I'm mispronouncing my words. Alright, let's see if there's another energy I can pick up on. that's fun. Awesome. I'm picking up on a different energy now, and if this is you, let me know. If not, all good. Maybe for somebody else it might not be in the chat who might watch the live at some point. Oh, that's my hair. I was like, didn't know what that was for a second. Okay, so I have the three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is all about growth. Specifically for this energy, there is this need for self-growth, but I don't feel it's being utilized in the way that it should. It feels like there is a journey that they are on, and this journey specifically has a lot to do with our subconscious and our desires and things that we want, but I'm feeling that they're very overwhelmed with the things that are happening at the moment, and they're unsure on where to place a lot of it. It has a lot to do with things they hold a lot of value towards, but I also feel there's a lot to do that people around them try to overtake a lot of their values, and it feels like a lot of their stuff isn't being utilized the way it wants to be utilized, and they are very overshadowed specifically by it. I've really got to look up better words, for certain things, because people are going to think I'm a lot meaner than what I am. This person... Oh wait, sorry, my bad. This person struggles speaking up a bit. And they feels like there's this need for a lot of balance in their life. And it's reminding them to take things one at a time. Don't pick up all of your wishes and wants and then stick them in one go. There's a lot of conflict within who they are. Parts of themselves are always being overrun by other parts of themselves, and almost this need of who can show off a better front of themselves better. Cold tea. This is a journey that they need to go on specifically, and is it a life lesson they need to face for them to take on the next steps of this lifetime? This person may not always see it, but they do have a very strong family network around them. And when I talk about family and energies, they don't have to be people who are blood related to you. They can be people who are married into the family, your husbands, your aunties. These could also just be your friends, your workmates. It's people who you have a strong connection to, who you see as family. This person has This person has a very strong network around them. Hello. Sorry. That was weird. It is reminding them to have a lot of patience within themselves, especially that's around them. Don't feel overwhelmed and take on other people's responsibilities. It's also reminding you that things will move on their own accord and to not get stuck on things at the same time. See if there's any other cards I can pull for them. No. This person specifically is very overwhelmed at times, but it is just reminding you that even though things feel tough at the moment, it's not always going to be as hard in certain areas as it is. It's reminding you to remind yourself that there are a lot of people that are around you and here to support you, and then sometimes it can be hard to see them over the worry that's over you first. So I think I'm going to cut the live here. Thank you for everybody who joined us for the live. We do these every Wednesday. And so I look forward to seeing you all again. I hope that you all have an amazing week. And if I see you before Wednesday, awesome. If not, I'll see you at the next live. Bye!